News 3 Now at 5. The city of Madison is in for a chilly night, but how long will it last?
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, I can tell you it's cold out here. The wind is blowing, and that just adds to the chill. But fortunately, we don't have any snow on the ground. Otherwise, temperatures would probably be about 10 to 15 degrees colder tonight. Now, on visible cloud track, we had clouds early this morning, but those moved out, and we've had bright sunshine. But that will lead to clearing conditions overnight, and temperatures will drop off pretty quickly before clouds move in later on tonight. On Doppler track, all the snow is on the other side of Lake Michigan. In fact, some lake effect snows are downwind from Lake Superior and Lake Michigan. High temperatures were early this morning. Right at midnight, we were at 34 degrees here in Madison, but the temperatures have been falling ever since. We're now down to 17 in town. It's already down to around 10 degrees in Viroqua and 9 in Black River Falls. And you factor in the winds, and we're seeing wind chills now below zero for areas up around the Dells and over toward Lone Rock. And wind chills tonight could be as cold as 10 below zero. Otherwise, look for skies to be mostly clear this evening, and then we'll turn cloudy overnight. Temperatures will drop to around 6 degrees and hold nearly steady overnight with those wind chills down to 10 below zero. Tomorrow will be cloudy and cold with a high of only 20. We'll see just a chance for some flurries, not looking at any snow accumulation for tomorrow, but we are looking for milder weather and even some rain showers by the end of the week. I'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Well, the Omicron COVID variant is now in Wisconsin. Health officials are urging communities not to panic.
A Milwaukee County man tested positive for the Omicron variant on Saturday. Officials say he was fully vaccinated and had mild symptoms. SSM Health says right now the Delta variant is still the dominant threat. UW Health urges community members to continue to do what you can to keep yourself and others safe, and that includes getting your vaccine or booster shots and wearing masks indoors.
The Packers have placed backup quarterback Jordan Love on the reserve COVID-19 list. Love is fully vaccinated, and that indicates he tested positive. Only unvaccinated players can be placed on the list due to close contacts. The Packers are coming off a bye week, so close contacts could have been mitigated. A vaccinated Love can return to the field after 2 negative tests 24 hours apart with no symptoms. The Packers face off against Chicago Bears on Sunday night. Vaccinating young children is a big part to keeping everyone safe this holiday season.
Wisconsin is making progress on those young children, and in Dane County, there is plenty of availability. Anna Hansen updates us on what doctors are saying about the holidays, and they're making it clear it's up to parents to simply ask for a vaccine.
The past few years, COVID has cast a different light on holiday celebrations. This year, though, with vaccines and boosters casting a wider net of protection, things are looking a little more merry and bright.
Particularly for Christmas, the ability of 5 to 11-year-olds to get vaccinated will allow more families to celebrate Christmas together.
But UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff says that doesn't mean we can let our guard down just yet.
Now, unfortunately, if anything, the situation's getting worse for the unvaccinated. Not only do we have Delta around, now we have Omicron, which is a fair bit more contagious.
He says that while vaccinated people can enjoy a maskless indoor gathering, those who haven't gotten their shots should reconsider the shared bowl of eggnog and meeting under the mistletoe.
For those who are unvaccinated, there really isn't a safe recommendation for those folks to be able to gather inside without masks. Consider postponing, do it hybrid. If you have to be together, spread people out 6 feet, keep those masks on.
Morgan Finke of Public Health Madison and Dane County agrees, and along with other public health officials, she's working to get everyone 5 and up vaccinated for the holidays.
The process for getting a pediatric vaccination is very similar to how you sign up to get your own as a parent.
Right now, Public Health's Alliant Clinic is scheduling booster shots 2 weeks out, but pediatric shots have next day availability. In fact, 1,720 young children got a shot at Alliant last week alone.
Overall, our vaccinators have done an amazing job at keeping up with the demand.
And the process for signing up for the youngest in your family? Easier than you might think.
It takes less than 5 minutes to get signed up for a pediatric appointment.
There's still a long ways to go for that age group. About 17% of the 500,000 children ages 5 to 11 in the state have at least 1 dose. But it's a start on a push that health experts hope to ramp up headed into the holidays. In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
UW Health and Public Health both have pediatric appointments available this week. You can find out more on scheduling those shots by visiting our website, channel3000.com.
A new study found U.S. adults saw higher blood pressure readings during the pandemic. Researchers studied data of more than 464,000 people for 3 years, from 2018 through the end of 2020. They found the blood pressure readings to be significantly higher in April through December of 2020 compared to that time frame in 2019. Several factors can contribute to a rise in blood pressure, including weight gain, alcohol consumption, sodium consumption, and sleep.
New research shows that mixing COVID-19 vaccines could increase immunity. Researchers studied 65 people who got 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine and then either a Pfizer booster or a Johnson & Johnson booster. Those with the J&J booster had a slow immune response, but antibodies and T cells continued to increase after 4 weeks. Participants who got the Pfizer booster had a strong and quick response, but the antibodies dropped off faster.
As scientists continue to study the new Omicron variant, cities across the U.S. are taking bold action to slow its spread. Skylar Henry has more from Washington.
Aggressive action today. We are not going back to what happened in 2020.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is now expanding the city's vaccine mandate, requiring all private sector employees to get the shot.
This is how we put health and safety first, by ensuring that there is a vaccine mandate that reaches everyone universally.
The first in-the-nation mandate is set to take effect in just 3 weeks. It includes new guidelines requiring children between ages of 5 to 11 show proof of vaccination for indoor dining, fitness, and entertainment venues.
So long as they've gotten that first dose by December 14th, they can continue to participate indoor dining, entertainment, all of these great things.
Beginning today, the Biden administration is now requiring travelers coming to the U.S. to present a negative COVID test 24 hours before they land here, regardless of nationality or vaccination status.
Now we're like, well, do we wait? Do we do our test today? Do we do it tomorrow?
While the Delta strain of COVID-19 remains dominant, several mild cases of the Omicron variant have popped up in more than a dozen states.
We really got to be careful before we make any determinations that it is less severe or it really doesn't cause any severe illness comparable to Delta.
While scientists say there is still much to learn about Omicron, early indications out of South Africa, where it was first identified, show being vaccinated and boosted are the best defense. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
U.S. health officials expect COVID cases to continue to rise in the weeks leading into winter. Erupting on Madison social media over the weekend, an anti-transgender platform from what was then the only candidate seeking to fill a soon-to-be empty school board seat.
The election isn't until this spring, but it got a lot of attention this weekend. Our Naomi Coles is here to explain. Naomi?
Yeah, when the weekend started, Mary Jo Walters was the only declared candidate for this seat. And after her public social media comments calling herself, quote, transphobic, Shepherd Janeway, a transgender artist, has entered the race. Transgender identity is now at the center of the emerging debate. I asked Walters how she'd respond to transgender students in the district.
Well, I am sorry that I have to be the bad guy on this, but I do want them to know that there are people who actually don't buy into the trans ideology. I'm sorry to say that.
And a lot of people saying someone should do something. I don't personally feel comfortable being the person to do something. And without really seeing anyone else coming forward, I decided to do something.
Both have declared their candidacy. Neither has yet filed paperwork with the city, although Janeway says they plan to do that tomorrow. Both have until January 4th to collect at least 100 signatures to be on the ballot. Tonight at 6, a breakdown of their backgrounds and their platforms.
Naomi, thank you. A group tied to former President Trump is pushing for voting changes in Wisconsin. The group is working with Wisconsin Republicans on a ballot measure that would bypass Governor Tony Evers to change how election laws are run. But those changes would require amending the state constitution. That proposal would have to pass 2 sessions of the legislature and then be approved by voters in a statewide referendum.
Governor Evers signed a group of bills today that change how sexual assaults are tracked. The new measures were recommended because Wisconsin is dealing with a backlog of sexual assault kits. One of the bills establishes formal procedures for collecting and receiving the kits and tracking them in the state. Survivors can now access information about the status of kits in real time.
And that's important because that's a sort of transparency and accountability that empowers survivors as they work through the justice system, which can often be challenging and absolutely traumatizing.
Governor Evers also signed a measure in Amherst today that helps protect employees working on our roads. The bill increases the penalties for drivers who injure or kill a roadside worker. That includes first responders, construction or utility workers, and tow truck drivers. Motorists could now be sentenced to up to 9 months in jail and face fines up to $10,000 for injuring a worker.
A La Follette High School student who was arrested last week for allegedly bringing a stolen gun to school is now facing several charges tied to that incident. 18-year-old Marquand Webb was charged today with possession of a firearm on school grounds, possession of a firearm by an adjudicated delinquent, 2 counts of felony bail jumping, and 1 count of resisting an officer. The Madison PD arrested Webb last Thursday after school administrators got an anonymous tip that he was armed. Dozens of people are homeless tonight after a tornado rips through a Kentucky neighborhood. Touched down in Scott County about 4:30 this morning. At least 4 mobile homes were torn off their foundations and thrown onto others in that neighborhood. Officials say at least 2 people were injured. Hundreds of people lost power.
It sounded like a freight train coming through the neighborhood. Then the power knocked and we got up and it was blowing vinyl siding, aluminum siding, blowed my back porch off, blowed a tree on the house. It's the worst storm I've ever seen.
Is to be woken up in the middle of the night and thrown around your house and thrown out into the yard by something that, you know, is a lot more powerful than you.
According to the National Weather Service, winds from the tornado reached up to 95 miles per hour. The American Red Cross currently in the city to help victims find shelter.
Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett testified in his criminal trial today. The 39-year-old is charged with 6 counts of disorderly conduct. Prosecutors say he paid 2 acquaintances to carry out a hate crime on himself back in 2019 in order to garner sympathetic media coverage. The actor has pleaded not guilty and has repeatedly denied orchestrating the attack.
This year's Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit has died. The California Horse Racing Board said earlier today the horse collapsed at Santa Anita Park in California. The attorney for Medina Spirit's trainer Bob Baffert said the horse died from a heart attack after a workout. The Brown Colt won the 147th running of the Derby back in May and then tested positive for elevated levels of an anti-inflammatory drug during a post-race drug test. Baffert's attorney called Medina Spirit a great champion who was loved by all. Up next at 5, a closer look at what happened between school officials and a Michigan teen the day of a school shooting.
Why prosecutors say they are not ruling out filing additional charges against school staff. That's coming up. And later, Kohl's department store could be making some big changes. We'll have those details coming up at 6.
And on Wall Street, another massive jump for the Dow, climbing 647 points. The NASDAQ gains 140. The S&P adds 53. And we'll be right back.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for high-quality baths, showers, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Infused with Microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. Call Mad City Baths now for our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. Look at the bonus, 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, we have a nice gift for you. A $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out at madcitybaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
One of our biggest sales of the year ends soon, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Hurry and soon. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
There's a feeling of satisfaction that we're actually doing something positive for our community.
It's Call for Action Week here at News 3 Now.
Tonight at 6, find out how our team of volunteers is taking action and how you can get involved.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
It's been almost a week now since the tragic Michigan high school shooting, and more questions remain.
Prosecutors now say that some school officials could be held accountable. Daryl Forges has the latest.
These children who were terrorized and killed and shot, none of it should have happened, and it could have been prevented.
More questions surrounding the Oxford High School shooting. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald says school officials had legal grounds to search shooting suspect Ethan Crumley's backpack and locker, but did not.
We don't know exactly if that weapon was in his bag, where it was. We just know that it was in the school and he had access to it.
McDonald did not comment on what the school knew or didn't know and says the investigation is still ongoing.
We haven't ruled out charging anyone.
As the investigation continues, Oxford Community School Superintendent Tim Throne says the plan to return students to Oxford High School is evolving. The school district released a soft reopening plan based on guidance from different sources, including mental health experts, as well as advice from families who have been through similar tragedies. Superintendent Throne says, quote, "At this time, our plan is to move slowly and gradually, balancing social and emotional needs with some low-stress academics." Last Tuesday, 15-year-old Ethan Crumley allegedly opened fire at Oxford High, killing 4 of his classmates and wounding several others. The teen's parents, James and Jennifer Crumley, were charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Now, all 3 are in the same facility behind bars.
They are segregated, each individually, in isolation. We have advanced watch on them.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel says that she has reached out to Oxford Community School District and is offering a team from her office to conduct a full and comprehensive review of the events that led up to the shooting. These cold temperatures may be a bit uncomfortable, but conditions are perfect to get the city ice rinks up and operating. The Parks Department is getting the rinks ready at Elver and Tenney Parks this week. At Elver, they're using a portable rink that uses a liner, something that they bought last year.
We were having trouble with water leaking out of the old system, so these depressions had clay liners in them, and the water was leaking out, so we weren't able to keep really good ice for the last few years. So last year we went to this.
If the weather cooperates, the rink should be ready for skaters later this week.
Well, let's learn a little bit more about that. And certainly you could feel that chill through the wind out there today, Gary.
Yeah, you add that wind in and temperatures, wind chills drop off pretty quickly. But had we had snow on the ground, we're talking about temperatures that could be about 10 to 15 degrees colder. So I suppose that's one silver lining to not having snow right now this time of year. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for actual low temperatures to be in the single digits tonight, and those temperatures will hold nearly steady overnight as clouds come in late tonight to keep us from falling even colder, but wind chills will be somewhere between about 0 and 10 below 0 for much of the night. Now, after a chance for some flurries tomorrow and a cold day, temperatures will rebound a bit on Wednesday, and then by Thursday and Friday, we're back to milder conditions with rain showers. High temperatures will be in the lower 40s both of those days. Now, that will transition to some light snow Friday night before ending on Saturday morning, and then temperatures will bounce right back up to around 40 by Sunday of next week. And in fact, all of next week, we're looking for partly or mostly sunny skies, dry weather, and high temperatures in the lower to middle 40s. Doppler track shows the precipitation that we had yesterday moved off to the east. Some lake effect snow is now starting to kick in on the other side of Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. In fact, there are winter weather advisories on the other side of Lake Michigan. Still some winter storm warnings for lake effect snows up in the Keweenaw Peninsula of upper Michigan. But Wisconsin right now, no advisories for the snow or inclement weather. To the east, still wind advisories through this evening for eastern parts of Michigan. Those winds are starting to die down. These are some of the peak wind gusts we've had today. Madison, we've gusted to 37 miles per hour. Many of the major reporting stations saw wind gusts as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour, and then you get into flatter plains of parts of Minnesota and Iowa, and some of the gusts were closer to 50 miles per hour. These are the current wind gusts, and you can see that they've come down quite a bit, mainly in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range over central and eastern Wisconsin, and those winds dying down farther out to the west. There's snow on the ground now through the northern portion of the Midwest, so you can see temperatures already down below zero up in International Falls, Minnesota. But again, with the lack of snow cover across the rest of the Midwest, the temperatures at least have a chance to moderate a little bit. But compared to 24 hours ago, you can see those temperatures are down to about 15 to 30 degrees. So a pretty sharp cold front came through last night with the wind. Upper level winds now from the northwest, even a branch of the jet stream coming in from central Canada. That's continuing to give us the chill, but it's not going to last long, and those temperatures should rebound later on this week. Tomorrow, though, will be a cold day, mostly cloudy skies, just a chance for some flurries, high temperature around 20 degrees, and then we're back up to 30 on Wednesday. By Thursday and Friday, we're in the lower 40s. It'll be breezy both days. Chance of rain showers, maybe mixed with a few flakes of snow early on Thursday. Friday, the snow or the showers will change to light snow Friday night and taper to flurries and end on Saturday morning. Then it'll be partly sunny and breezy in the afternoon. And notice what happens next week. We're back to dry weather, mild conditions, high temperatures between about 40 and 45, so above normal conditions expected. As we check out first warn traffic, pretty quiet day on the roads, at least in the Madison area. On the Beltline right now, really no major problems. Same thing with the interstates on the east side of Madison. Major highways all in pretty good shape. Travel times on the Beltline, 16 minutes either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 17-minute trip. And downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Thank you, Gary. Are you having trouble breaking a bad habit? Well, coming up next at 5, we'll share some tips that could help.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
The most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day.
Now the bathroom looks much more kind of bright and clean and updated.
Call now during our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. And a bonus, 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, you're going to receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale at Mad City Baths. Check us out online, madcitybaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Stay warm with help from Menards. Dynaglow heaters are the ideal choice for safe indoor supplemental heating. They're guaranteed to keep you warm on the coldest nights. Save big on Dynaglow heaters. Take home a door today or personalize your home with a door built for you. Mastercraft doors have the fastest delivery, so you get your door in approximately 7 days. Save big on Mastercraft doors at Menards. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
We all have bad habits, and health officials say stress from the holidays and the pandemic can cause some of those less desirable tendencies to come out more often.
But there is a key to breaking the cycle. Mandy Gaither has the details.
From junk food to smoking, you may have some bad habits you're trying to break. The key to stopping that cycle is knowing how the habit forms, says Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
It starts with a trigger. Maybe you're bored, maybe you're stressed. Then comes the behavior. And finally, the reward, that feeling of satisfaction.
Experts say a bad habit must be broken at the reward phase.
When you get to that part of the cycle, focus on the way this habit makes you really feel. Take smoking, for instance. A study showed that when smokers focused on the way their cigarettes taste and the way it made them feel, those people had a higher success rate of curbing the habit.
According to the Cleveland Clinic, breaking a bad habit starts with preparing yourself to be uncomfortable, creating a game plan, and setting realistic goals. Establish incentives to keep you going in the right direction. Maintain your goals by having a strategy to help in times you feel challenged. Keep temptation away. Finally, recognize it's a journey.
So the next time you reach for your smartphone, that extra piece of pizza, that glass of wine, ask yourself, how does it really make you feel? And is it worth it?
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
If you're trying to break a habit, experts say be patient. It could take several weeks.
Well, stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first sworn forecast in just a moment.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime labor warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, including walk-in and barrier-free showers, even walk-in tubs. Plus, surfaces remain clean and fresh longer with microban protection. Pick up the phone and call now here in Mad City Baths and take advantage of our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. The bonus, 75% off select upgrades. Last chance to call in now to get the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Remember, it's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out online. A lot of folks doing that. Don't you miss out. It's madcitybaths.com. Call now for the free gift with your in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part? Our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready. And the only place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Get the Ford SUV that's perfect for your family's holiday traditions. Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport with our best offers of the season. Inventory is arriving daily, so see your Ford dealer today and get holiday ready. Now get a Ford Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. The country's strictest vaccine mandate, the new requirements for private employers in New York City, why the move is being described as a preemptive strike against the Omicron variant. Plus, 3 Christian aid workers held hostage by a notorious gang in Haiti are now free. Did a ransom help secure their release? And the Kennedy Center honors the tributes to artistic excellence. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
Stingrays, sharks, and other fishy residents at an aquarium in Germany had a very special visitor to mark St. Nicholas Day today. A diver dressed like Santa Claus and brought a sack full of treats. The diver said he was happy to spread some holiday cheer for the fish. Sea Life Berlin is home to around 5,000 underwater creatures.
He passed on the beard, though. Just going in the water. Let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Temperatures are continuing to drop. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Looks pretty out there, but it's cold. Temperatures right now are in the teens most areas. Janesville still at 21, but you can see those winds. While they're dying down, they're still kind of brisk in about the 10 to 15 mile per hour range, and wind chills right now are in the single digits above and below 0.
All right, stay warm. We're back at 30 for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.